St. Clair College would like to recognize and acknowledge that it sits on the Three Fires Confederacy's traditional territory of the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi nations. We would also like to acknowledge the many other tribes and indigenous nations that call this beautiful land home. We give thanks to the land and surrounding water for sustaining us.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patron love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you for joining us on this most important day as we remember the sacrifices made by members of our armed forces in years past, including those who heroically gave their lives to protect and preserve our freedoms, and to honor those who are currently serving in the military, acting as peacekeepers and emergency service personnel. For over 100 years on this, the anniversary of the conclusion of World War I in 1918, the citizens of almost all nations have paused to mourn the fallen or pay homage to the brave, and to contemplate our collective responsibility to build a better, more humane, and more peaceful world. While first-hand knowledge and remembrance of the two world wars and other major conflicts may be somewhat reserved for the elderly, today's generation of college-age citizens certainly has a stake in learning the sad lessons of such incidents. As the philosopher George Santayana warned, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Remembrance Day then provides a dual opportunity to pay tribute to the sacrifices made by our ancestors and to renew our efforts as both individuals and as a society to foster kindness in our communities and peace in our world. Thank you for joining us today for both of those purposes.
In 1944, during the Second World War, on the beaches of Normandy, brave Canadian soldiers answered a call to defend this country. Thousands of these young men and women, barely the age of many of you gathered here today, did not return home. Many more paid a price with serious injuries and emotional strain, which comprise their quality of life, some even to this day. None escaped the horror of war. To all the brave men and women who have defended this country in 2 world wars and in combat in the 70 years since the end of the Second World War, we owe depth of gratitude for the freedom that you and I now take for granted. In April 1917, at Vimy Ridge in France, 3,598 Canadians lost their life. That number is more than the total number of people killed at Pearl Harbor or in the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. These brave soldiers paid the ultimate price to ensure liberty and freedom. Today, if you were to travel the road between Dieppe and Vimy Ridge, you would be overwhelmed by the field of crimson red poppies that dot the landscape. It is the symbolic reminder that we wear each Remembrance Day. More than 100 years have now passed since Canadian Army physician John McCrae captured the tragedy of war so well in the poem In Flanders Field. I would now like to invite TSI President to share this poignant word with us.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below, we are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, love and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from falling hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye faith break with us who die. We shall not sleep, through poppies grow in Flanders fields. Please join us in a moment of silence, a sign of respect for all those brave people who have served this country. And please, during this silent moment, pray for an end to all wars and for the hope that all those young people who today serve their countries in conflicts all around the world return safely home.